Death Valley National Park. We knew it was large.
The largest national park in the contiguous United States, actually.
We knew it was hot.
The hottest air temperature ever recorded, 134 degrees Fahrenheit, was recorded here in Furnace Creek.
And everyone knows it's dry.
Some areas get less than 2 inches of rain per year, making it the driest place in North America.
What we didn't know, had no idea at all about really, is just how diverse this place is. During our visit, we will experience mountains, canyons, volcanoes, sand dunes, badlands, valleys, and salt flats. Stick around to explore with us the wonder that is Death Valley National Park. Death Valley National Park. We made it. Death Valley is a land of extremes. The park protects 3.1 million acres of eastern California, including Telescope Peak at just over 11,000 feet, while the basin floor sits 282 feet below sea level. Just checked, and our elevation is now below sea level. We're at minus 50 feet right now. We are in Death Valley in Mosaic Canyon, and you can see it's kind of a slot canyon, lots of different colors. It's probably hard to see the colors on the video, but it's really neat. Mosaic Canyon gets its name from the many great examples of breccia rock that look like beautiful mosaics lining the canyon walls. We also pass through sections of noonday dolomite marble that have been scoured smooth by flash floods. You can see here that Mosaic Canyon's kind of widened out. I think we're going to have a couple more sections of narrows, but for here it's pretty wide. And I know it looks like an easy hike, but it is uphill the whole way. So I'm out of breath. Just have to slide it. Between the 1,200 feet of elevation gain, the rock scrambling that is necessary in order to continue past the boulder jam, and working to do a bit of route finding, this is a more difficult hike than we expected. While these features make it challenging, they are also part of what make it fun.
Well, it looks like we reached the end of the Mosaic Canyon hike. You can see there's a 25-foot dry waterfall in front of us. We're not getting around that.
That would be some waterfall if the water was flowing. Of course, we wouldn't be able to be in here. Well, we just finished our Mosaic Canyon hike. What did you think?
It was good. I liked it. It was a little challenging in places. You had to do some climbing. Really liked that part of it.
Yeah, it was a lot of uphill too, so going out it was difficult. Coming back was a lot easier. Going down the big steps in the rocks and stuff was easier coming down too. We are on our way to Ubehebe crater. I think that's how you say it. And you can see that it looks volcanic around here. Ubehebe crater is a half-mile in diameter and ranges from 500 to 777 feet deep. This maar, or explosion pit volcano, is estimated to be about 2,100 years old. We enjoy seeing down into the crater from all angles by hiking the 1.5-mile trail that traverses the rim, but as you can see, the wind here is really whipping. Lots of people are also venturing down into the crater, but the climb back out does not look like fun to us. We'll stick to the rim, thank you very much.
Light a feather.
What'd you find?
Lava rock.
Just a short detour off the rim hike brings us to Littlehebe Crater, which is younger and smaller than the main attraction. If you look closely, you will see other smaller craters as well, proving that this area was a hotbed of volcanic activity in the not-so-distant past.
Well, we're finally back at the truck. We walked around both craters.
We did. It was a good hike, but man is it windy out there.
It's pretty neat. So it is a big, huge crater caused by magma in the Earth's crust coming up, volcanic activity, and hitting water underground, making steam, building pressure, and then it exploded and created the crater.
Next up, we visit the Mesquite Sand Dunes, created when the wind blows sand from the eroding northern mountains to this location, where it gets stopped by the mountains to the south. They are a great playground for those wishing to sand sled or sand board, but we just enjoy hiking on them and observing their ever-changing ripples and shadows. We are at Devil's Golf Course, which is between the Furnace Creek and the Badwater Basin area. And you can see all these structures in front of us they're made out of salt, and they're really hard and really sharp. So you can walk on them just fine, but you wouldn't want to fall. And it says when it's warm out, you can hear them popping and cracking, but it's kind of cool out this morning, so we can't hear that. This is the start of the hike to Badwater Basin. It's a really short walk for most people. I think they just kind of go out to the end there and then stop. I think we're going to try and go a little bit further and see if we can see some of the hexagons and stuff that are in the salt. Badwater Basin is the lowest point in North America at 282 feet below sea level. There is even a sign on the nearby cliffs that shows us just how far below sea level we are. It is a concept that we find difficult to wrap our minds around. These salt flats cover almost 200 square miles and were left behind when ancient Lake Manly evaporated, leaving the salt deposits behind. The salt polygons that we find so fascinating form on the flats as the groundwater rises and then evaporates. This is a really great place. It's the weather is perfect. It's probably around 70 degrees, maybe a little bit less than that. Just a really tiny hint of a breeze, not much. The sun is out. It's a gorgeous day. You walk on the salt and it's crunchy under your feet. It's just a really neat place. So over that way is the trailhead and the parking lot and all the people. And like we've said before, if you're willing to just walk a little bit, you lose all the people. We are absolutely the only ones out here. It's pretty salty. This area is called Artist Palette, and I think it's obvious why. It is amazing. Look at all these colors everywhere. You wouldn't think that you would see all this in Death Valley.
Welcome to the start of the Golden Canyon hike.
Golden Canyon is actually Death Valley's most popular trail, so we're trying to get an early start to beat some people. There used to be a road that ran through Golden Canyon. That's what Jeff's walking on now. But not anymore, now it's just a trail. We were on the Golden Canyon Trail, and we took a little spur trail, and now we are at Red Cathedral, I think. You can see it's a great view. Hike is almost finished. There's the truck. Thanks for coming along with us to this place of extreme diversity. We've been amazed by the wildness and variety of this great land, but now we're off in search of California's other wonders.